Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DRich Show, where we talk anything and everything crypto. Now, here's your host, DRich.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the DRich Show. This is DRich and today is September 23rd, 2021. How's everybody's Thursday doing or going? I hope that you all are well and that you are in good health, good spirits, and good energy. So again, another late video. However, sometimes life gets in the way where you got to do those things first. But most definitely, we're going to put out a video today. And if you read today's title and the video on the thumbnail, I want you to understand that we're going to be talking code a little bit, because I know that with some of the language, if I just spew it out, I might get banned or I might get flagged for certain language. But most definitely what we're going to do today is go over some things that has come to the daylight, because sometimes, again, truth speaks volumes. So bear with me with today's video, how we present it. I want to be very careful in presenting it and giving you some alternative information to see what rabbit hole we go down here today. But most definitely, thank you all for listening to yesterday's video late and the videos before, and those folks who've come on as subscribing to the channel. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And for those folks who have been here, thank you so much. I appreciate you all, because you guys continue to give me the motivation to thrive, or try to thrive, in putting out videos and content every single day. This video today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say that it's going to be a little bit touchy, could be a little bit sensitive up front, and it could be politically motivated of some sort. So stand by and let's go see what we got here. But without further ado, we're going to jump right into the coin market cap before we get going. Most definitely it has its relation to cryptocurrency and digital assets as a whole. So, but we want to make sure that we cover our bases, connecting dots as we go along with what's going on in the world today. Bitcoin dominance 42.0%, Ethereum 18.4%. The global crypto market cap is now back over 2.01 trillion, which is a 3.09 increase over the last day, as we see some trending tokens here and some big gainers as well, and then some recently added tokens. And then this Grava token just is popping off, isn't it? I don't know what it is, but maybe I'm going to take a look at it, because every day we see this. It's up 500, 600%. If not more on a day-to-day. But anyway, we don't chase gains, we don't chase green. We look for other buying opportunities. Right now, Bitcoin $44,898.88 there. Ethereum at $3,156.98, while Cardano still placed at number 3, $2.33, and Binance Coin BNB $383.61. While our beloved XRP is at $1 flat, which is a good thing, because now you're getting that one-for-one value. So, you know, again, you spend $100, you're getting 100 XRP tokens. So continue to do your due diligence, continue to accumulate and acquire as much as you possibly can, because we never know what's going to happen. Because at the end of the day, when I reveal to you all where we're going with this, then we know that we are in a great position to be successful with XRP no matter what. So Solana at $149.75, placed at number 7 there. Polkadot $33.54. And then we again have USDC, which is over the $30 billion market cap. And Dogecoin is at number 10. Look like it might fall out the top 10 if it doesn't do anything here shortly, at 22 cents, 22 and a half cents almost, while Avalanche AVAX is at $76.42, 52 cents. So again, that token is hot. And again, as you guys recall, if you guys were listening to me Polkadot was one of those tokens that I could have got into. I was trying to get into, some funds got caught up, but I was able to take a bigger position because of Avalanche. Was at $9, $10 there, if you recall listening to me back then. And you know what? I think that I made a good move by getting AVAX at $9, $10 there, and most definitely I'm happy about that. And most definitely will encourage you, if you do have AVAX on hotbit.io, you do get staking rewards, and there is some great returns on that. And since I've got that on that exchange, I'm most definitely getting some value out of the staking rewards there. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the the market here as we starting to see a little green flow back in. Quick sell off over the last several days, but you know what? Don't worry about it, because hopefully we were able to either stay our position, accumulate more at some of the lower prices, and stack our bags up and still be in profit no matter what way we want to take a peek at it. So anyway, let's go ahead and move forward with today's video. This is coming from Signa.io. OCC approves U.S. banks crypto custody services and clarifies regulatory policy. And this is an article that was written a while ago. And sometimes you want to go to the past because the future will always tell you things, and the future will always reveal what transpired in the past. Okay, so a quick overview of the OCC's crypto custody clarification. The United States Office of the Comptroller, which is the OCC, last month rather unexpectedly gave U.S. banks the thumbs up to offer crypto custody services to their customers. An interpretive letter, which was published on June 22nd by the acting comptroller Brian Book, B2 Bomber 2, aims to clarify the U.S. federal regulators' existing stance and authorize national banks and Federal Savings Association provisions of cryptocurrency custodial services for their customers. And while the OCC's new stance flew under the mainstream radar amidst the current turmoil in the U.S. caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and widespread civil protests, its significance has been lauded by key industry players. So again, what is the offices of the Comptroller? You can read that there. And then again, OCC's crypto custody letter clarifies existing policy for banks. And again, this was July 22nd, 2020. The OCC published on its website an 11-page interpretive letter it has sent to an unknown bank. We don't know what that bank is, but if you go back up here, it looks like U.S. Bank there. So check that out. I don't know. I'm just speculating based on that imagery there. And the letter was authored by the current acting comptroller, Mr. Brian Brooks, which is a former Coinbase executive who raised the hopes of the crypto community of having another powerful pro-crypto regulator with his appointment earlier in 2020. And another high-profile crypto-friendly regulator, SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, who is known for her progressive views on virtual asset regulation that has subsequently earned her the nickname Crypto Mom. Now, before I move forward, I like Brian Brooks. I think he's on the good side of things. I love Hester Peirce, the Crypto Mom, because I do believe that she's also on the good side of things. Now, you have to begin to look at certain people and understand if they are the bad guy or the good guy, or corrupt, or that has been bought off, or targeted in that way. And I don't think these two people are those type of people, because I do believe that they are looking out for the best interest of me, trying to have banks custody some sort of digital assets for us as far as wallets are concerned. So moving forward, there's 5 key points from the OCC crypto custody clarification. And number 1 is crypto custody, which is a modern iteration of banks' long history of safekeeping assets. You can check that out. Number 2, crypto custody services may extend beyond passively holding cryptographic keys. Number 3, cold wallet technology is essential for banks' digital asset safekeeping. Number 4, the times they are changing, and banks should as well. So again, I've always said that if these folks don't fall in line, they're going to get left behind and they'll be defunct or go out of business, especially with some of the things that we've talked about this week, especially with Judy Shelton, who loves the gold standard in a cryptocurrency type of way. So you got to kind of look for those folks who are looking to do things that will bring solid monetary systems in place that are going to be stabilized, where they're not manipulated, and that there's going to be balance sheets that are going to be neutral, where there's no money laundering, things like that, where things are transparent. So again, go back to some of my earlier videos where I started off on the channel, where I was pointing out a lot of policies, a lot of executive orders, things like that. So go check those out. I encourage you to go back, because sometimes you want to go back to some of the things that I've said, because sometimes they are forgotten, and most definitely you want to see that I have a track record of being consistent when it comes to pointing out some of these things in the banking structure. So number 5, banks have a duty to secure Americans' asset, which is a safety deposit box or virtual vaults. And then again, who does the OCC crypto custody decision apply to? It is federally chartered banks, and thrifts may also provide custody services for crypto assets. And the above title OCC news release declares that the acting comptroller's opinion will be applicable national banks and federal savings associated of all sizes. And how the OCC's custody letter benefits the crypto industry, I'm going to leave the rest for you guys there, and check the rest of this article out. But again, most definitely, I think Brian Brooks was put in place for a specific reason. Okay, he's going from Ripple, he's going to Coinbase, he's going to all of these, even Binance.us, and he's moving on and moving forward. And I think that he's going to touch base with a lot of different things, has his hands on a lot of different things that will eventually come to light. We don't know what he's doing behind the scenes, but I suspect that he's doing some work that we will greatly appreciate at some point when all good things become revealed. So next, we're going to go to this, which is Barron's.com article. Okay, and this was just released not too long ago. Biden to tap Wall Street and crypto critic to lead banking regulator, from this report. This administration, this fake administration, intends to nominate vocal Wall Street and cryptocurrency critic Saul Umarova as the top official overseeing banking regulations. And fake Biden is expected to choose Umarova to run the office of the comptroller of the currency, which supervises about 1,200 banks and Federal Savings Association, as soon as this week, sources told the news agency. Okay, she's a Pakistan native, and if you do some research about that, you'll find that there's some corruption going on there, and currently teaches the law at Cornell University Law School. Basically, in her academic work, she has argued in favor of policies that would tighten banking regulations across the board and give government a larger role in supervising the financial system, such as restructuring this Federal Reserve. She also has argued that the central bank should provide consumer bank accounts. But you know what? We're not going to go into it, because at the end of the day, I just want to let you know this is an article that was released today. Okay, 2:54 p.m. Eastern time. So that was about a few hours ago, and it's always coincidental that when I want to talk about something, that these things pop up for me to go ahead and report on. So again, I want to point out the corruption. I want to have you look at these folks for who they are, what their intentions are. And I do believe Brian Brooks did some things, put some things in place, because now you get to see what they're going to do versus what has already been done. And you know what? Sometimes you got to have some sort of tracking systems in place to see what they want to do to have, again, government control, the strong arming of the law, as they continue to say, oh, we have investors protection, we want investor protection, we want to look out for your best interest. Not at all, because at the end of the day, they're going to tell you one thing and do totally the opposite. All right. So anyway, here we go. I wanted to get into some of this stuff, which was just recent. This is coming from technofog.substack.com. The Michael Sisman indictment. Okay. No surprise, Trump-Russia was a Hillary Clinton operation all along. And this is an article that was written on September 16th. Perkins, Coie. So remember this name here. Perkins, Coie. Lawyer Michael Sisman, who represented and worked for, on behalf of the DNC, the Hillary Clinton campaign, and Fusion GPS, has been indicted for giving false statements to the FBI General Counsel James Baker. And then you can read the full indictment there. And this relates to the Baker-Sisman meeting on September 16, 2016, in which Sisman conveyed the false information that was put together by himself, Fusion GPS, and others, including one unnamed powerful tech executive, that there were improper contacts between the Trump organization and Alpha Bank. And most definitely, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to get banned too much from the channel for speaking on these type of things. But I'm only connecting dots so that we can be clear that politics will play a role in our financial future. And things like that, because it's all connected, and we want to make sure that we connect the dots, whether it be political or not, whether you be left or right, whether you be Republican, Democrat, Independent, or not even believe in politics overall. We want to just go ahead and check our boxes so that we know that Perkins Coie is going to come up here later in the video, so stay tuned so I can show you how I'm about to connect the dots here. Here's another article here. Again, Clinton lawyer's indictment reveals a bag of tricks. All right, and you can read that there. I won't even go into it, okay, because most definitely they've always been out to defame, make false accusations or claims about President Trump. Whether you like Trump or not, again, it's about policy. It's about who he put in place. Even Brian Brooks of the OCC, he put him in place for a specific reason. Okay, this is chess, not checkers. So you want to make sure that you are following these things closely. Okay, because when the news breaks, then we want to say, oh, it's interesting. I remember that. So I want to go back to that. Now I'm reporting on it. So again, here is another article. This is coming from the gatewaypundit.com. Indictment shows that John Durham is going after more people than Michael Sisman. Okay, this was the article September 17th. Okay, and let me start by acknowledging the legitimate skepticism of many Gateway Pundit commentators that any justice will come out of the John Durham's work. You have been promised the moon in the past and instead receiving a flaming bag of dog poop. Hey, that's true. But here's the thing. When you remove expectations, timelines, and timeframes, you don't have to worry about getting a flaming bag of dog poop. Okay, because at the end of the day, sometimes, propaganda is shiny, it's flashy, it gets the headlines for clickbait, things like that. And if you can't look through the smoky mirrors and see past it, then you're going to get your expectations high, and you're going to be let down over and over and over again. So remove expectations. That even comes with investing into digital assets, cryptocurrency, because again, we talk about XRP going to the moon. We talk about it being a switch that will be flipped overnight, and I do believe that's true. However, we cannot put any riddles out there to say, oh, this day or that day, because no one really knows. This has all been staged and planned, and if you know any better, we are watching a bona fide movie at this point. So be patient, persevere, and just watch the news break and keep your eyes on every single thing when it comes to a lot of this stuff. So again, I'll leave this here for you so that you can read it on your own and go back. We're not even going to get into these folks here because they're corrupt as well. So anyway, this is coming from the gatewaypundit.com as well. Breaking exclusive. Former SEC Chairman Clayton directed who? Perkins Coie to draft memo giving Ethereum and Bitcoin unique advantage in crypto space. This then his SEC sued their top competitor, XRP Ripple, on the day Chairman Clayton left the SEC. So again, another corrupt individual, Jay Clayton, Hinman, Gary Gensler, those folks, Janet Yellen. Sometimes, let's go back to her real quick. This person here, okay? Sometimes we don't even know who these people are. Sometimes they got to be brought to the light so people can actually see who they are, get an understanding of them, okay? So most definitely, we didn't know about a lot of people. We didn't know about Dr. Fauci. We didn't know too much stuff about that person, this person, or the other person, but they all have their time that they will be brought to the light. Today we've uncovered a video that indicates former SEC Chairman Clayton, who was behind the SEC's moves that created a favorable environment for two cryptos, Ethereum and Bitcoin, while he was the SEC head. He dropped a lawsuit on their largest competitor, Ripple, on his last day in office, and we know that Clayton made out handsomely as a result. In June, reported on the case of the century that involved the newly developed cryptocurrency industry, China, and some corrupt individuals in the U.S. government who were trying to take advantage of select cryptocurrencies that they had an opportunity to cash in on. Okay, so again, I'm going to leave that there. You could do some more research, drive down that hole if you want. And the reason why I'm putting this out here is because these folks are corrupt. They don't have your best interest in mind. And I would go back to Brian Brooks. Again, he did some things for a specific reason. He allowed banks to custody these type of assets, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, stuff like that. So when you look back on things, you want to be cautious on some of the tokens that you are going to put in your portfolio, because at the end of the day, this is my speculation, this is my opinion. It's not going to end very well for Ethereum or Bitcoin, period, at all. Because if you look at the Ethereum blockchain, there's tons of tokens that come online through ICOs, fundraising those ways, which are securities. If that's what the SEC is claiming, ICOs are securities, and most definitely we got to take a peek at it. Okay, don't say, oh, it's just conspiracy. There's no such thing as just a conspiracy. Especially when I can actually connect the dots and put them in place, all right? And then most definitely, I'm going to say this, 17, QUE, which is part of the title in the video today. There's no such thing as a conspiracy no more, okay? Those people who believe in that format, what 17 has always taught us is to do our own research, to go down the rabbit hole, to look at this, look at that, use discernment, okay? And don't be fooled by corrupt politicians. So again, if you want to go there, here's this, I'll leave this in an article. This is qpost.online, and you can look at all of the posts, okay? So you can go back and look at the arch of links, all of the information. Go back and reread some of these drops. Go back and go back and go back as far as you can. 2017, this is going to be some of the greatest information that you're going to find in regards to helping you with a time frame, not necessarily day per day, as you see December 8th, whatever, a 3-year delta, 1-year delta, or whatever, but most definitely go check that out. I hope I don't get banned, but most definitely I want to go to this screenshot that I took, okay, which was on the 9th, which is August 9th, 2018, which was about a little bit over 3 years ago. What do we see here in this drop? Right? Perkins Coie. Okay? So don't tell me that I'm a conspiracy theorist. Don't tell me that I'm just making stuff up, because at the end of the day, sometimes truth takes time rather than propaganda, which is shiny and flashy. So again, in the drops, you got Perkins Coie, all right? And you can read the rest of this. I'll leave it in the description as well. But most definitely go back and look at those drops. Go back on that board and look at some of those things, and you can see that the news unlocks the truth. All right, so there you go. I wanted to say that. I wanted to put this video out because now a lot of folks that are going to be reporting on this, they're not going to show you this because they're going to be afraid to report on who QUE is, or 17. Okay, so most definitely you're going to start seeing it, but I want to make sure that we connect this and put it all together with all of the corruption, with all of the everything when it comes to Ethereum, Bitcoin, the OCC, how certain things were put into place. And sometimes you got to move your chess pieces around the board so you can see who's who, who's what, and you can see the board actually a little bit clearer at the end of the day. So keep your eyes on the prize. We're going to be set for life because XRP is the one, because if you go back to Executive Order 13722 on page 91, there's a reason why Ripple is in that executive order, and there's also a reason why 13772 was revoked by this administration, this fake administration, as I like to call it. So check it out, do some more research, go down that rabbit hole and come to your own conclusions, use your own discernment. This is never financial advice. This is never to persuade anybody to believe one thing or the other. But you know what, when you are a constitutionalist, when you love your country, whether you be in this country or your home country from wherever you are, the corruption reeks all over the universe. And we want to eradicate it, remove it. Okay, these agencies, things like that, when it comes to places, banking institutions, things like that, we want to cover it so that you know that those times are going to end here shortly. And I believe it's going to be quickly and swift, and there's going to be justice. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great Friday. I will not put out a video tomorrow because I got a lot of things that I need to take care of. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll hear back from you on Monday for sure with a video, and most definitely we're going to put out some quality information, most definitely tackling truth and being honest and transparent. God bless, take care, and as always, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.